This is an unboxing and first impressions review of the Crossgrips by Jayflex. Starting out, the Crossgrips are used mainly to do pull style exercises such as pull-ups. They have different grip handles that you can do, so you can do things like chin-ups, pull-ups, and or hammer pull-ups, and you can set the distance because these are not linked together, meaning they are separate handles you can set up separately on your doorway in order to do these style of exercises. Not only that, but they promote other exercises such as push-ups, sit-ups, and dips. Now for me, I immediately saw these and went straight for doing pull-ups with them. Yes, I also moved to doing the push-ups with them as well, but I really don't care to do sit-ups or dips with them. So those other two style of exercises and the variations are what I'm looking for with this product. However, I am very hesitant on this style of pull-up bar because I always see this and feel like it's going to rip the door frame off of my door and I'm going to go crashing to the ground, breaking my knees. But after watching quite a few demos and other people recommending them and then buying them myself, I can safely say at this point that they hold my body weight pretty well, and I can even add more weight in a backpack without it really budging at all. So I'm pretty satisfied with that, but we'll get into that later. But let's take a look at the product and unboxing of the Crossgrips themselves. Now, I bought the Crossgrips on December 23rd of 2020 from Amazon.com. The listed price at the time of purchase was $99. So this is pretty expensive for a pull-up style exercise, so they better have the quality to back them up. Now, as I lived in Austin, Texas, there is sales tax, so it did come out to $107.17 for the final price I paid to Amazon.com. And just 5 days later, on December 28th, 2020, they arrived at my doorstep and I got to unbox them and test them out. So with the unboxing, the actual box that it comes in, so it came in a regular box, and I opened that box to get into the regular Crossgrips box, but that box did come damaged in the front. I know Amazon's having some trouble with the holiday months going around, so there was some damage on the front of the box, but the actual product itself had no damage at all. Inside the box, I did get the handles, so these again are two separate handles that you set up on your door frame at the very top. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to latch it onto the top door frame at whatever width you want to use it at, and that is now your pull-up exercise equipment. It also came wrapped in a, as they call it, carry strap. Basically what happens is you attach this to one of the handles inside, you wrap it around the product, and then it velcros together. Basically just an easier way to travel with the product if you don't have the box to take it with. So this would easily just wrap around with this thing. You could fit it in a knapsack or something else that you're traveling with, as this is very great for traveling around if you need to be doing pull-ups. You will also get the instructions on how to use the product. There's a little pamphlet inside and an FAQ sheet, which is just a simple FAQ. And they did give me a link to actually show how to use the product correctly. It's basically like a YouTube link they put on one of the pamphlets. That way you can learn how to actually use them, because I did struggle with them right away, but I'll get to that in a bit. So with that, there is no additional assembly required, no additional screwing, no other pieces. It's really just the two handles that you are using and purchasing with this product. So I did weigh these using my Renpho Bluetooth scale, and it came out to 4.2 pounds versus what says on the box, which is 5 pounds. Now, the manufacturer recommends that the max weight on these bars at any time is no more than 250 pounds. So if you are more than that, or if you're using additional weight, make sure that it's 250 pounds or less. Now, the standard height of the bars themselves, when not extended, are 6.5 inches, and the extended height, meaning that you can pull them up a little bit more, is 7.5 inches. The base supports, such as when you put them on the ground and measure it out, so you're doing something like push-ups, are 6.5 inches in length. And the additional grip handle that kind of folds down is 4.5 inches long. So that's basically how much room you have to grab onto that handle. And the actual grip circumference is 3.5 inches. And I actually did measure this with another Renpho product, which is my body measurement product that syncs right to my Renpho app. But this was pretty useful in actually figuring out that circumference. Now with that, let's take a look at the first impressions I have with the Crossgrips. Right off the bat, these are not cheap. Coming in at $100, these are, I think, the most expensive pull-up bar item I've ever purchased. Because they also do other exercises such as push-ups, and they can be set at any width I want. That is a huge plus. Also, a major plus to this is that it's not using your side door frames at all anymore to support it, which was a big issue in the past with more pull-up bars I used in damaging my doorway. Now you're only using the top. Yes, more of your weight is now at the top door frame, so you need to make sure that that is secure for you. But so far, it's looked pretty good and no real damage has been done. Just some dust has been moved around and a little bit of smudging, but other than that, no real damage as of using it yet. And the Crossgrips work very well for what they do. For both pull-up and push-up based exercises, these do work. They're not as stable for push-ups as I'd say the Perfect Push-Up Elites that I own, but they still get the job done, especially if you're someone who's traveling around and just want to take one product with you. My next impression is that the design of these is really, really cool, and I really like how the engineers put this together. It is a little clunky at first. If you try and not read the instructions like I didn't, just set it up, it's actually quite a hassle to figure out. It wasn't until I actually went through the instructions, figured out that you can actually turn the handle to get another 1/4 inch on them to set them up, did I actually get this set up pretty easily. Before that, I was struggling, kind of like very annoyed at putting this up because it's just getting stuck on the top door frame, not in the correct position. So make sure you look at the instructions first, unlike what I did, so that you do it right the first time. Now the big question is, does this support my weight? And yes, it is 250 pounds it supports, but I'm coming in at 183 pounds as of shooting this video. And yes, it does support my weight. When they are set up correctly, these things like don't even move at all. I'm actually very surprised at how stable these were. Just looking at the product demo, it's like unbelievable what they are doing. But really, I was very, very happy and surprised with actually how solid these are on the door frame and how they aren't pulling down on it and ripping it off my wall. And with that being said, I'm not 100% sold that after, I'd say a 30 to like 60-day period, that these wouldn't have damaged my door just a little bit. Again, I have been pushing around some dust that's on the top of my door frame. And they left a little bit of a marking, but I think it's just because of that dust. It's not really ripping paint or anything off my wall or damaging it at this point, but I'm not sold yet. So we'll see in the follow-up reviews of this product if it still stands that way, but I'm still hesitant on whether or not that will be a determining factor if I can keep these or not. Now, some improvements I wish it had right out of the box is that when you extend it to put it on your door frame, since I do take it up and put it down at the end of each day, when you pull it all the way out, I wish there was a locking mechanism once you turned it that 45-degree angle. This way, it would lock into place, and then I could get it up and then turn it back when I was ready. Right now, it's just spring-loaded, so it just kind of goes out and springs back. So if you're not strong enough, because you're going to get overhead, so the leverage you have on pulling it apart isn't great, making it so that it's kind of hard to set up at first. It's not the easiest thing to pull apart and set up. So that is one improvement I'd like to see. Maybe when you pull it all the way out, it locks that when you turn it that 45-degree angle. Then when you turn it back, it unlocks and snaps into place. That would be an amazing upgrade and one that would be worth the money that I spent for it, in my opinion. Also, the base of these when doing something like push-ups, or if you're doing like L-sits or something like that, tricep dips, is not as stable as many of the other push-up bars on the market. Yes, they do work as them, and I think they work fine. However, they do have more of a tendency to something where it could flip on you when you're using it if you're not paying attention. So make sure that when you're doing something on the floor, such as push-ups, that you are in control the entire time. Make sure that you're not in improper form, or they might slip on you and then you could get injured. So watch out for that. And rounding it out, again, I only plan on using this for pull-up and push-up based exercises. You can also hook up something like your resistance bands and do stuff like tricep pushdowns or cable crunches. 2 great exercises you could do with this. But again, these are meant only if you put them on your doorway pull bar to go vertically up and down. Do not be pulling them out away from the pull bar, such as doing something like standing rows or even like face pulls. Don't be doing that with this product. They will come off the wall. And it even says in the instructions booklet that you want to be only doing vertical style movements, such again as pull-ups when they're set up on your door frame. So make sure that you're using these the right way to avoid injury. And that is it on this unboxing and first impressions review of the Crossgrips by Jayflex. If you did like this unboxing review video, please like and subscribe to GamerBody for more videos just like this one. Also, make sure you head over to GamerBody.com. There you can check out my home workout program, the equipment I own and use, and the information I'm learning from to continue to build muscle and confidence, all from the comfort of home. And that is it. So again, like, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Be fit and game on.